Okay, here we go. All right. Welcome,
Alright.
all viewers and supporters, to season one of I Am Passionate's Passion and Purpose, where new conversation, real stories, God centered inspiration meet leaders, visionaries, dreams, and creatives. I am your host, Asiana M., and in today's episode, we will be covering passion and performance. I am super excited to introduce today's guest, who is a global dance superstar, a visionary, a woman of faith, one of my biggest inspirations, the iconic Kezia Kinchen. How are you today, love?
Good. How are you?
I am great. We are super excited to have you on today's episode. Passion
Thank you.
and performance, girl, because you are such a magnificent performer. We have to know the gems, lady. Okay.
Yes.
I want to give you the opportunity just to tell us where you are at mentally, spiritually. All of our audience members had a chance to just view your bio and just see some things that you've been able to accomplish in regards to your career and just in life. But we want to
Mhm.
know, where are you are? Where are you?
Yes. In life, I'm very content. Just very much. I'm very much about remembering what God has done, and then also building on what He's giving me already. So in my life right now, I have to say that's where I'm at. Is just building from from all the things he's given me and like using all of those to either help someone else or like some other people or that and build on to the next thing that I want to do. I'm always using something as a stepping stool. Like anything that he's given me, I try to use it as like, okay, the ladder to get to the next thing to that he has in the plan for me. But yes.
That's beautiful. So you can kind of say that you're kind of in a building phase, going with the flow, but also moving forward.
Yes, uh-huh. Always building and yes.
That's beautiful. So, as we both know, you've had such a success. We actually connected in Dallas, you guys. Dallas is still one of
Mhm.
my favorite places to be till this day. And
Yes.
you have had the honor of working with just legends, Dochi, SZA, Doja Cat,
Mhm.
just so many, just different creatives in the space. And one of the things here at I Am Passionate is passion. And so I want to provide you with the opportunity just to tell us about the young girl in you and how passion has always been a part of your life.
Yes. Yes, as a kid, I always like performing came natural. I was a performer like with my face and expression. I was very big on expressions as a kid. But it came first before movement did. I was always wanting to perform in front of my family, put together any kind of show, or reenact a show that I had seen like Beyonce do or any like 80s artist group or 90s group because I was very like self motivated and driven by just artists in the 70s and 80s and 90s at a very young age but by myself. A lot of people are like, oh, your family put you on that, like your mom put you on. No, I actually we used to watch VHS. Well, I came across that channel and I never stopped watching it since then. And it just opened me up to a lot of artists that I didn't know about, of course, at that age. And I don't know, but Beyonce, besides that, Beyonce, watching her being opened up to her, Destiny's Child, all of that, like seeing them perform, but then Beyonce's tapes on her tours and stuff. I just was like, man, like she was a big influencer on how I express myself as a kid when I was a kid and now. But in Michael Jackson, of course, all the greats that you see, Tina Turner, Prince, a lot of those people were very much like my big, like the big things on all the like how I performed and how I learned what I learned or whatnot at just at home as a kid. Um, but yes, I'm so sorry. Can you ask the question one more time? I'm sorry, I circled away from it.
No, you're fine. You've really answered it. in regards to how
Okay.
your passion began as a child.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of, especially nowadays, just a lot of different things to like watch, a lot of things to just kind of copy and pick up on. There's so much TikTok dancing, and I'm just like, everyone in
Yes.
the world can dance at this point. And so it really seems from like a beginning stage in your life, it was a God-given gift. A lot of people
Yeah.
have the gift because of genetics and because they were in a studio since they were 3. But I love the fact that yours was natural and it came by the sight of seeing and everything. And so, as a professional dancer in LA, um,
Mm,
you are again a woman of faith. You are God centered. You post about it all the time, and it's all in your aura. As dancer and just being in the industry, we all know that there are so many other girls and boys out there who want to be in your shoes, want to be able to do the gigs and the tours that you've been able to do. How are you
mhm.
able to keep God in the center of all of those experiences?
Yes. Well, first I like to just say, like, thank like how my mom raised me, and how she instilled, well, my mom and my grandmother, like they instilled Jesus in me at a very young age. I was saved at a very young age, but then of course you grow up and you experience the world. So um within those years of growing up, going to college, and like the faith was still instilled by my mom and then myself as I got older and with my walk. Like when I started my walk with Jesus by myself, I wasn't perfect, but I tried my best to always stay grounded, whether that was reading the Bible, praying. I will say in college, I wasn't in my Bible as heavy. I was in my Bible, but I could have been better. But as far as praying and like talking to my mom and keeping that sense of that kept me grounded as far as like speaking with God, like because I always he's always been here, and we have a good like relationship is better now, like because I'm older, and we as we get older, you would hope, like we just hope that our walk gets stronger with him. And so now it's better, it's stronger. But when I was in college, he's always talked to me, but like I was growing, so maybe it was going in one ear and then out the other, or maybe one ear was shut and this one was open, or maybe one eye was closed and the other one was open. Like, but I was never fully awake. But I'm grateful because that's why you grow, you go through things. He has you go through things in order to get his glory out of the whole, like out of the problem, or that's how you grow. And that's how he sometimes he puts us down there in order to get us to see, like, hey, this is what I was trying to show you a long time ago, or this is what I'm trying to show you now, or this is a way to help you grow. Because I like so like just the Bible. I'm not perfect. Maybe we'll miss some days or a day or something, but reading the Bible, remembering, like trying to remember all that he's done, like again, like he's done before, things he's gotten me out of before, like it. That's been the ways I've been able to stay grounded within being like being in tours amongst a lot of different kinds of people that don't believe in Jesus or that don't have the same morals and values that I do. And yeah, but I don't know, just really, I just want to really mention like obeying your parents, like that's another thing.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't have both of my parents growing up all the time. My mom really raised me. My dad was around, but my mom raised me. But I always respected her because I seen how hard she worked, and it's still working. But she like seeing all of that, and just my grandmother instilled in me very young, like obeying your parents, like will please the Lord. Like you will live long on this earth if you obey your parents, and all things will be good. Like it won't be perfect, but you will see the fruits. Like God will show you, he will bless you. And so I feared God, and then I feared my mom. Like really, to this day, I still, like at 27, I still take her word. Like, and I like listen, because so I feel like that is another thing, like listening to my mom, like obeying her. during tour, outside of tour. Like I feel like that's helped me stay grounded. So yes.
That's beautiful. That's a really great tip because again, nowadays we have access to so much, especially at a
Yeah.
young age. And so the emphasis of your parenthood and it being imperfect and you using it is very beautiful. So I applaud you for that. I want to
Thank
shift
you.
into your unique performance style because as someone that again has connected with you probably close to like 2020, 2021,
Right.
you've been able to keep who you are no matter what room you're in. If anything,
Hmm.
like with who you are and how you dance, it is emphasized and honored in a bold way and elevated in bigger rooms. And so with your performance style, it's very unique and so different that I
Thank
dance
you.
next to you, girl, and I have had to move my shoulders and like work different parts of my body. And so I really want to hone in on what kind of tips do you have as a unique performer, and what does your training style really look like? Because it looks like a lot of dedication. Baby girl stays in the gym you feel from the looks of it, you have like really great control and I almost want to say obedience with your temple. It's like you can make your body, and it may be easier said than done, but from the looks of it, it seems like you can really make your body look any kind of way, girl. And it's so hard for us. Give us some tips.
Yes, yes. So I want to say, like, so when I was 20, this really set in when I was about 2021, when I came here in 2021. I had, it was, in college, I had to grow a lot of like that thick skin. It wasn't easy because I was looked at as a girl that wouldn't make it in this industry at all, because of how like I had slim chances. That's what they made it seem like. Not all of the teachers, but most of them, they were like, yeah, she's, they put me to the side. And so I had to grow thick skin in college because I wasn't the girl with the most turns, the highest leg. I didn't learn quicker than the next girl next to me. Like I could perform and I could get it like within 2 days, but they wanted it first day, first hour, whatever. They want all this stuff. But so it took me longer to learn than other girls around me or other dancers around me. So I had to grow thick skin when I seen that a lot of them weren't like, not that they had to be on my side, but they're my teachers. I was looking up to them. They were working dancers and they still are. And so, like, I was just like, okay, well, y'all don't think I can get anywhere really. Like, not, only a few, like two, three teachers think they see something, but the majority of you guys who are teaching me that I'm under, that I'm looking towards, y'all don't see much. So I had to grow my skin, and so college helped that. When I moved back out here after college, because of COVID, I graduated online and came right back out here. I will say when I first started taking class out here for real, outside of like in the real world, apparently, because I was doing it in college. But when I got out here on my own, I had to come up with a decision with myself. Like I had to set a realization. I said literally, I remember because I took like two. I had to be intentional because I didn't have a lot of money because I had just got my first apartment out here and I was working at Starbucks in Dallas and then I transferred to the one out here. And so I was working from 4 a.m. to like maybe 2 p.m. every day and then doing drive like delivery and right after that just to make rent, car note, whatever. I'm not supported by my mom really anymore. She support me, but like I didn't want to ask for anything. So anyways, I was working hard, so I didn't have a lot of money, a lot of time. So I was like, who be intentional, number one. When you're training, be intentional because we don't have time is flying and we time isn't weighing on any of us. So I was like, okay, who do I want to train with? Who do I want to get with? So Pull Out Cortland was one of the people at the time that I really was like, man, like I love his movement. Not because he was just with Doja Cat. I didn't respectfully, I didn't really listen to Doja Cat like at all. Maybe I've heard a few of her songs, but I didn't really like click. Like she wasn't the one I would go click on my phone, like to listen to. But I seen respectfully, love her, but yeah. I seen his choreo and his drive, his performance aspect, his energy, and I was like, I feel like I could do that. Like, so I hunted him down. Like, anyway, he was in Dallas at one point. I went to that class. He came to LA twice. The first time I caught him, I don't think he remembered me from Dallas. But then the second time he had a mock audition. And I was like, okay, now this is where I shifted my focus and like my mindset, because it's all about mindset and focus and how you gear your brain. So I was like, all right, you're new here. Like, well, not even this. I was new in LA, like in the industry. I had just got signed to my dream agency, Block LA. So I was like, you're gonna show who you are in these classes, and you're gonna hope, like, see what God has and see the glory that He has for you, or you're gonna hold yourself back. You know what I'm saying? And be in the back and be hidden and be scared. So the thing is, I had to change. I had to shift my mindset. Like, go in this class. Yes, you're new. Yes, you're gonna be amongst all these dancers you've always looked up to and all these things. But go in here, shut that out. And I know that's easy to say, like, shut out people. Oh, act like nobody's there. That's easy to say, but you really have to tap in. Like, it's something that you like. If you're really hungry and you want to see what God does have for you, you will do your best at least to switch that. Like, so that's what I try to do. You'll still get nervous, you'll still be scared and whatnot, but it's like, okay, that's not of God. Nervous, like being scared, and if He gave you, you're here. Like, if you're in the room, you're there for a reason. He has you there for a reason. So it's like, what are you gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why, if He has you in the room, why are you not acting like he put you there? You know what I'm saying? So this specific mock audition class, I went in there. All the big girls that had been dancing for Doja at the time, they were all in there. All these other dancers that I had looked up to. So I put myself in the front, like, and I just remember, like, I was on the side but in the front, and I blacked out. Like, he taught us the movement. It was high energy, but yeah, I literally remember, like, okay, because I like, come, like, bro, like, come on, like, tap in, or else, like, you just gonna keep being, and we all have different journeys, so it may look different than another person. Like, maybe you'll black out and you'll do your best, but maybe that wasn't the time yet, and that's okay. Or it would be the time that God showed you, hey, look what I have. You know what I'm saying? So, but that specific class, I had no clue. I was just hungry, and I was like, man, I'm a switch my mindset and see what it can do for me. So, switch the mindset. I went on with the mock audition. Like, he had me in the last round. He recorded us, and then I didn't know it was for anything. I just seen him pull out his camera. I was like, interesting. Like, of course, we go back and forth in our brain, like, I wonder why he got this out. What is this for? But again, I still showed up. Even when he recorded us, I still showed up. So I leave that class. I go back to work at Starbucks for like another week or something like that. And then I was on my lunch break, and my phone is blowing up, like my Instagram DMs. And they're like, Kezia, he's looking for you. He circled you and this girl on his story. And I go look, and it was me and the girl that was next to me in that mock audition in that last video. And I was like, oh my gosh, she was like, basically DM me. Lo and behold, it was basically to book me for my first ever job with Doja Cat. And I was like, man, like I was shocked, because it was crazy how it all happened. But once that happened, like, sometimes you gotta shift your mindset. That's a part of my training process in my mind. And then also remembering, like, you gotta remember, like, you have to start. Like, you gotta start somewhere. You have to start, or else, and you gotta keep going the best way you can. And unless God is like trying to shift you somewhere else, keep going until you hear the next thing. Because as long as you start, and as long as you try to keep going and trying to hear Him and what He has for you, you don't know how fast He can expedite the process. Like, I started, and literally, I kid you not, that was I moved here August of 2021. That was like October 2021, and I had no clue that he was gonna book me on my first Doja Cat music video. Literally a week later, he's like, "Hey, can you do another one?" Which was "Woman" from by Doja Cat.
Oh,
Um, and then literally that December, I meet SZA. I meet SZA 2021 of December, and but I wasn't even supposed to be dancing for her. This is the thing, though. This is what I'm saying. It was all this stuff lined back to back, and so I just, if you just start and if you really just try to like get in the mode that God wants you in when you're in class. Because I know it's easy to say, especially when you get in these big rooms with these cameras and all these people, but you gotta remember. That's why you gotta be strong and with your walk with God. Or if you're not strong enough, at least remember that He has you there for a reason. And maybe you don't know why yet, but you will see why if you can remember that. So yeah, I'm sorry, that's a lot, but yeah.
no, no, that is beautiful because I was actually a witness to all of that. I remember his class in Dallas, and I was one of the
Yes.
people that tagged you in his post, like, yes, we know her. And so what you
Yeah.
just stated is just so beautiful because again, here at I Am Passionate, there are so many aspiring dancers who feel like there's going to be a moment where all the nerves go away, where like you're just in the zone and you don't feel human, right? And I love how you incorporated being human, but really trusting God and believing what He said. It like literally matched up and aligned for you in a moment that literally changed your life. And so
Yeah.
I want to shift back into young Keziah, because you had mentioned something earlier about kind of being overlooked, misunderstood, which is very common for those who are called, very common.
Mhm.
And so, as a chosen individual, how did you maneuver from a young age of being rejected to being selected? Because you're very humble, and it doesn't seem like you're coming off like, I told you so. Like you're living out your testimony. And so, what is some advice that you can give to those that feel like they need to hide in the back in class, that feel lost in their walk, and are still trying to find that confidence in God during that process?
Yes. I would love to say, like, at a young age, I was always told because I tried out for Booker T. Washington, in Dallas, and I didn't get in. And I wanted to go there for high school, but I didn't get in. So I ended up going to like a normal like high school, but it was a great high school, Cedar High School, and I ended up like being having a great run there on the drill team. But I would say no's, like getting told no was always the thing that really drove me. Like if I was grateful to be grateful to get no's, be grateful to be turned down because it really makes you go back to the drawing board and like work harder. I remember like when I didn't get Booker T, I was like devastated. I was like, man, like I want to dance, but like I can't even get in there. So my mom was like, again, my mom, she all like I said, she always instilled great things in me, and she was like, all right, well, go home and practice. Like, I mean, she didn't dance. I mean, she did some theater stuff when she was a kid, but she didn't really dance. So she told us like, go practice. So I would look up things online, YouTube, stretching. Me and my sister Hannah, she followed after me a little bit too in the dance realm, but we would be in the living room for hours stretching, dancing. I don't know, all kinds of stuff for hours. And so being told no, like if you're being told no, that's great. It feels bad, but it's like just know like if you can switch your mindset and not dwell there for so long, you're prone to get better and be better for the very next thing that God has for you. So yeah, I that's what I would say. The no's are amazing. One example I want to say really quickly, as we all know, Beyonce. She practiced her behind off with Destiny's Child as kids. They went on Star Search. They were turned down. They didn't win. They didn't win. So what did they do? They could have stayed there. It's all about how you move forward. They could have stayed where they were in Houston and dwelled and was sad. But no, their dad was like, all right, in them, let's go back, let's work, let's practice the vocals more, the dancing, the performance. And do we see where she is now? Was she's one of the like best for me? I have to speak for myself. One of the best entertainers, I have to say, other than Michael Jackson. For our generation, for me, she does it for me. Like the performance, especially maybe not now. She's comfortable now. Like she don't have nothing to prove. But let's go back a few years, 10 years. This lady is in she's sick. Vocals, performance. You want to watch her. You don't want to just listen. I'll go and I want to dance and sing with her. Like I don't. It's not many like that. Doja Cat, I have to say, her. If you go watch her clips, the way she expresses and exudes herself on stage is insane. Doechii too, and I'm not just saying this because I've worked with them. The proof is in the. It's all there. So. But anyways, I have to say it's all about how you switch that mindset. As a kid, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go practice. I mean, I want to do this. Like I don't know. Like you know what I'm saying? I want to dance, but I want to perform. It was more so performing. The dancing was just it was there because I that's what I did. But the performance, I always wanted to give something to people. So I was just like, all right, let's keep moving. And God opened up doors. Like in high school, I was the first junior to be first lieutenant ever on that team. And then I was captain my senior year. But even then, I had odds against me. There were girls who bullied me. I got bullied a lot, all the time. Let's talk about this really quick. Because I was so expressive, people bullied me in high school. They bullied me in middle school. They bullied me because they were like, she's doing too much. Or she's like, and to be fair, sometimes I was doing a lot. I'm not going to even lie. Like I would overly do it. But a lot of the time too was because they weren't maybe there. And maybe they were scared to express like that. So I was the one, they would put it out on me. They would call me names, bully me, like all kinds of stuff. So that too, like you're gonna be outcasted, but it's okay. Because again, you're on the journey with God. He has the final say. He controls everything. And I wish younger me knew that. Because I knew he was there, but I didn't know that my future didn't lie in these girls' hands or these people's hands. It lied in his hands. Which is why, as I got older, I started to see how he would switch. And this is why I feel like I stay grounded and humble, because he always, it's not, and even if he didn't switch the tables, I would still be the same way. But, because I would love for my enemies that bullied me to be on top too. But somehow, in some instances, he always turned the tables. Like, one girl in high school, for instance, she swore I was going to take her position as captain when I was a junior, but I couldn't even be captain. But she was still bullying me, all these things, being mean girl all the way. And I kid you not, when the season was over, when she was about to graduate high school, and I had became captain after her, she came up to me, bawling her eyes out, crying. She was like, "I'm so sorry for how I treated you. Like, I'm so sorry for how I was to you." And at the time, I didn't understand it. I knew she was mean to me, so I accepted the apology. But at the time, I was like, I didn't get it. Like, but then I understood. I was like, like God, He showed her, like, hey, you don't have to treat people like that, like how you treated her. You know what I'm saying? Like you think you have to. Like, that's not what you have to do. So yeah, and then he turned the tables after college, when these instructors, these teachers that didn't think I would go anywhere, he showed them, hey, little did you know, because I will actually do these things here that you didn't think she could do. It's just so crazy to think about. And a lot of those teachers that doubted me, they were all in, like, when I started booking, they were all in my DMs, like, hey, I'm so proud, like, that you're, all this stuff. And I'm just like, I never looked at them like, but I just was like, man, like, no, thank you. Like, Thank you. Like God does all the work. Like He fights on my behalf. I don't have to. I don't have to lift a finger. You
Mm,
don't have to lift a finger. Like if you just let him do what he has to do. Honestly, really, yeah, that's the revenge. It's through
yes.
him.
He is a vindicator for sure. And
Yes.
he
Uh
knows
huh.
who we can trust with blessings. And like I said, girl, you have been able to just be an inspiration to many, and you're so humble. You're just such a great example of God, not for dancers, but just in general. You know, you have an aura, you have a light about you wherever you go, and I have always been grateful to be able to connect with you, and to just
Me
have you on
too.
my social media and just to just see your progress because it's very inspirational. And so we're gonna wrap up this episode. I really don't want to because girl, you are dropping some gems, so we might have to have you again. Um,
Okay.
yes. And so
I would
again,
love that.
everyone, I want to give you, Ms. Keziah, the opportunity to tell the audience where we can find you, where we can follow you if you have anything coming up. I know that you sometimes do drop in classes in Dallas, but for our new viewers, for our new audience, your new incoming fans, to say less, where can we find you and what is next for you?
Yes. You can find me on Instagram. I would just say to Instagram, my Instagram is Kezia Y Kinchen, KeziaYKinchen. I'm getting into acting. I really want to get into the film and directing, like eventually directing and creative directing with artists, but I want to be on film. I want to do commercials. So and voiceover acting. So that's my next thing. I'm getting my foot in there as much as I can because it's a whole nother industry other than dance. So yes.
Going to be so
Yes.
so cool, and I look forward to connecting with you and just continuing on this journey, because it's going to be amazing. He's going to enlarge your territory.
Yeah.
You are going
Thank
to get
you.
that book, you and Beyonce, in the name of Jesus. You are going. It's a must. It's a must. It's just about timing. It has to be big enough, really.
Yes, yes. Thank you so, so much. And he's gonna bless you as well. With I hope he blesses your platform tremendously. What you're doing is amazing. And I mean, a lot, like you said, a lot of people need to hear. It's not even about just telling my story or like saying what I've done, but really just giving, I know it's encouragement, like for the next person. That's what I care about. Is giving people like I don't know, some kind of hope, like knowing that God can do these things no matter what it looks like. So thank you for this platform to showcase and tell that. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate those words. I really
No,
appreciate those words. So again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to I Am Passionate's Passion and Purpose. Today we talked about passion and performance, and it was amazing. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode. God bless you
yes,
guys.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.